Alright, what up, friends? So, the video cut off on me. I don't know if I accidentally tapped record or turned it off or what. But, so, this is going to be my newest workshop. And it's going to be a variation of the Sidewinder from Stick Right. And actually what it's going to be is, it's going to be like throwing a pitch. And it's going to be, instead of coming diagonal and down, little diagonal left, I'm going to come and release the thumb and let the dice roll off my fingers. So they're going to roll off to the right as if I was basically throwing the Sidewinder from Stick Left. Same spinning action on them. It's literally going to be like throwing a baseball pitch. So, and I don't know if this is going to be anything. This is what I was trying to set up as soon as that last video cut off. But they're just gonna, it's gonna be a little lower. I guess it's like skipping rocks too. It's just gonna be, you're gonna throw it low. This isn't gonna land as close to the wall. It's gonna kind of skip and have that spin. But I'm hoping that first skip eats a lot of the energy. So by the time it gets to the gator, it just hits, it's still spinning, and then just spins off and comes down. We got a 5.38. So I'm just gonna call this the sidearm pitch. So the little variation of the Sidewinder, it's gonna be a lot of basically the same motion. You guys see that? Yeah, same motion of the arm, just different action with the hand. Letting it roll off, coming, rolling off, instead of boom. And this is literally brand new. I thought of this today. This is just the shit I think of at work. I'm going with the Hardway set. This is actually literally, I threw it like, not even full rolls, 2 throws, just to see if it was even possible as soon as I got home. And I'm taking a little bit of a squat. I'm bending my knees about, just a little bit. I mean, I still got enough obtuse angle. I'm not like squatting, but so I can get low with it, because I can't bend over and come. I guess I could, but that's a little tough on the back. So a little squat, and then boom, a little skipper. 5-1-6. This is more of a skip. It's not driving. The dice aren't driving hard down into this. They're supposed to just. It's literally like skipping rocks. Maybe I'll call it the sidearm skipper. Yep, that's the name. A little variation of the Sidewinder, kind of the same motion, but it's going to be called the sidearm skipper. Little Gilligan Island action on it. Oh, hit the stick there. We got a 4-1-5. I should have moved the stick. But yeah, I like to show you guys a little trial by fire. Never know what's gonna happen. So yeah, this is just the type of shit I think about at work, man. And then I'm like, I gotta try it. And some of it turns out to be something, some of it doesn't. This may be the only video I ever do of it. Oh, that's not what I like to see. That one fell right off my finger. 6-4-10. Yeah, it could end up being not very practical. It's definitely right off the bat. The very first throw I threw, just on video, was the best one. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna expect this to be the best throw ever on my literally first time ever throwing it. I don't even have the mechanics down. That felt good though. That felt real good actually. And that right dice had that side spin, kicked, side spin off the wall, spun back. I really didn't see the left one. I got a 12 though. I didn't see what the left one did, because it went a little further left on me. But I did catch that side spin on the right one. If you didn't notice it, go ahead and give it a little rewind real quick. Check that out. But yeah, I mean, this could end up being something too. It's definitely a little funkier stance. So There's that little skip. 516. So right now, it appears that I'm getting a real good skip with one, and the other one's getting a little bit of a bounce on it. So maybe I go to 2 fingers. I don't know. I'm using just the same normal stack grip that I've been using for all the Sidewinder throws. But maybe I put 2 fingers on it. I'll go ahead and try that. Maybe that'll give me a little more control with it. It's like throwing a little baseball pitch, you know what I mean? It's actually kind of harder for me to get 2 fingers on it. Feels weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that right now. Alright, hold on, I'll try this. Middle finger support. So maybe they'll roll off and they'll stick together with that middle finger. This is the type of shit I think about, man. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Don't rule anything out. Nope, I'll rule that out though. I'll try it one more time. That went off the table. But actually, when I was first getting back into dice control, before I found Bone Thrower and Dangerous Arm, I was talking with my friend, because he had actually never tried to influence dice or any of that. And yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time. That was off the wall too. Maybe with this I have to throw it a little further. But he was telling me, because all I ever heard of when I first tried it a few years back was about the Golden Touch Way 516, which is just the Premier grip, standard Premier grip. And I didn't hear any of this shit about bouncy tables and whatnot. I mean, I had noticed that there was a difference in tables at different places I've played, but I didn't know that the Premier grip breaks down on a bouncy table or any of that shit. So my friend was saying, what if that normal throw that you learned, and that a guy from, I believe it was MIT, actually spent a couple years on, back when it was all hard top tables, for trying to find the perfect throw that could give you an advantage, right? We got a 5.38, that's our point. That one actually felt pretty good. Had some good action. It went into the hook. Maybe that could be a thing. Maybe it's a throw into the hook that kind of kills all the energy, or it could use that side spin and ride around the corner. As long as it stays on axis spinning, no problems. But yeah, he said, what if that conventional throw isn't the best way? And I didn't scoff at him, but I was like, man, people use science on this shit. Like, I'm pretty fucking sure it's the right way, you know what I mean? And then I find the Bone Throwers of the world, hard 10. So that was technically a perfect throw, because that 10's facing me. But so then I found the Bone Throwers of the world, and I was like, you know what, man? You're actually right. Like, you were actually right about that. Like, I thought it was kind of a wild take, because I was like, man, there's documentaries. This is the only throw I ever see. I was like, there's a reason this is the right throw. This doesn't count, but I'll go ahead and show you why it breaks down on a hard top, or on a bouncy table. And that's a Premier grip throw, for those who don't know. Fingers at the top of the dice. Well, not only did I not throw it well, I'll throw another one. But yeah, I was like, dude, this guy spent years. I'm pretty sure he's from MIT. I can't remember his name. I was like, perfecting this shit. And I got the 3-4 outside, just generic hardway set. But they just bounce and roll all over the place. Granted, I just got a hard 8. But there's no way of predicting that rollout. I'll throw it one more time with the actual hardway set. There's just no way of predicting that rollout and what it's going to do. And right there, it bounced off the table. And yeah, it's just not so I was just thinking, I was like, bro, you're crazy. So then we're starting to practice this shit, and I'm throwing the Premier set and dropping dimes, but this was before I made it a bouncy table. You know, and look at that bounce, you know what I mean? It's all over. So, but yeah, this is before we get on the bouncy table, and it was still a hard four. So I'm not doing a very good job disproving it, but I've noticed that that more often than not, unless you're throwing it just perfect, which I guess two or three of my four throws doing it were pretty damn good, but it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? Like, they bounce, they get that bounce, they hit, they're bouncing all over when they come off. It doesn't kill that energy like it does on a hard top table when we sevened out. So literally first like ever roll with it, we got a little 9-banger, covered the 8, got stuck on the 10. I'm gonna try it again, and maybe I'll workshop this. I didn't even get that to skip. I threw that too far and went right into the wall. And the whole reason that I was trying this throw is to get that little skip. 4-3-7. All right, I'm gonna get back to just that one finger on. Actually, that supporting finger is not letting them roll off this top finger, and that's the whole reason I thought of this throw, is to roll it and get that spinning right instead of spinning left, which I don't know if it's going to be any better, because so far that Sidewinder throw has been killing it both ways. But I'm always looking, you know what I mean, I'm always looking to see if there's anything better I can do. And what I'm going to do now is give it a really light grip. That actually felt pretty good, but I got a 6-1-7. So this might actually not be the throw, but I wanted to show you guys my first ever throw with it. One, in case it did happen to be a great throw, and two, just because always workshop stuff, man. If you're practicing, yes, you want to put 80 to 90% of your time into your normal throws, or throws that you like, but why not try new stuff out? You know what I mean? We got a 12, and I'm not gonna throw this out after one 15-minute session or whatever I've done, but it might not be the one. You know what I mean? I will tell you that felt all right. Excuse me, by the way. Oh, that's a 5. I will tell you, it doesn't feel as good right off the bat as the Sidewinder does. The first time I threw that thing, it felt like magic, you know what I mean? And this feels a little bit more forced. But I'm gonna go ahead, just for the sake of the video, keep trying it, and then maybe one day we got a 5-3-8. It doesn't feel bad though. It actually doesn't feel bad. But the whole reason I wanted that spin was for it to kind of react like the Sidewinder does, that you saw in the last video. And it's not getting that, when it's not rolling off with as much spin as I would think it would, you know what I mean, as I was thinking it would. I was thinking it'd almost be like a little curveball or something, but a curveball would break in, but you get what I'm saying, like kind of that same sidearm just coming around. I guess a lot of curveballs come over the top, maybe a little slider action, but I'm actually throwing it short. 5-4-9. When you're hearing that loud click, it's because the first half of the table is hard. It doesn't turn to soft until right here, about a little over, about 2 feet short of the wall. Because none of my throws are supposed to land that short, so I really don't need soft top the whole entire way. Because when I throw my throws good, they don't ever come off the the soft top either when they bounce off the wall, you know what I mean? 1, 3, 4. So right now this isn't my best display, but I want to show you me thinking of new stuff. And I told you the other day that I have a lot of throws that I try out that never see the light of day, never see a video, and I wanted to prove that to you. You know what I mean? It actually felt decent, but we 7'd out. So alright, that's just gonna be all. It's gonna be a little short one, but yeah, I just wanted to show you, and I'm sure Dangerous Arm, I'm sure CK, wow, that's the same guy. I'm sure CK and Bone Thrower try new stuff out that doesn't work too. You know what I mean? And they're the best ones doing it. That roll was actually 7 rolls, but 2 of the 7 were 7. So I don't think, I mean, I'm not going to count that one out completely yet, but I can tell you with a pretty good, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be anything. It doesn't feel the most natural. The dice weren't doing what I was envisioning when I thought of the throw. I was thinking I could get a little more of that side spin off, but for me to do that, it seems like I'd have to throw it a little bit too hard. You know what I mean? So, and you don't necessarily want that super speed. Yeah, I just can't get it. I just can't get the throw to spin backwards unless I just literally throw them. You want a little bit of touch. You know what I mean? If you're just coming in with speed like all the time, that's a 5, 4, 9. But like if you're just coming in with speed, I'm not even gonna count it. I'm just gonna throw a couple just to show you the workshop, because normally when I try new throws, all I do is count the amount just to see if it's getting the action I want. You know what I mean? When I first started, I just count them. I don't really count what numbers I get. I just want to throw as many as I can in the least amount of time. So I don't like wasting time throwing chips. I'll just stack up, you know what I mean? Stack up stacks of 5. Because what I'm really concerned with is seeing the action on the dice. And if I'm using the hard way set, which I do, that was a 7. If I'm using the hard way set, which I do with every throw, when I first start workshopping it, I know what numbers I'm getting, you know what I mean? And I know what the dice are doing as far as number-wise, or how they're like opening up or staying on axis. So what I'm really focusing on is the action of the dice. And this isn't really doing 5, 3, 8. This isn't really doing what I want, you know what I mean? So this probably won't be a throw. And I've also had throws that don't do what I suspect, but they end up being decent throws. I don't know that this will be one of them, because you see how high that bounces? I just can't get another 6-1-7. So I just can't get, and all these 7s have been 6-1, I believe. So it could end up being a throw, but I'd have to alter the dice set. I'll try it real quick. But nah, I won't. Because one, I wouldn't do it. Like I was just gonna do it for the sake of the video. I wouldn't do it when I'm trying to see what they actually do. And 2, that's a 4-3-7. Yeah. If this ever did become anything, it definitely wouldn't be the hard way set, because it's all been 6-1 or 4-3, which 6-1 means they're both going off axis. It just doesn't seem like there's enough room. There's too many variables with this throw. You know what I mean? So I don't think this actually will probably be the only time I ever throw it. Usually I say don't throw a throw out after one night, but you can tell a lot of times pretty quick when it's not a throw. There's some that are deceiving, that feel good and work good the first time you ever throw it, but end up not being anything. And then there's also ones that just don't feel right away, and this is one of those. So this will actually probably be the only time I ever use it. And I'm still gonna release the video because I want you guys to see how I think, and I want you guys to think of shit too. You know what I mean? And I really only threw. There was only one single throw, maybe two, out of this entire video that did what I envisioned it doing, and that was that one where I told you how I like that side spin, and it was like that skip. But that's a lot of. I've probably thrown what, 20 total throws, maybe more, and two did what I like. I'm making way too much of a jerking motion. You know what I mean? This isn't going to be a throw. I'll tell you now. It's not going to be a throw.